Hey everyone, today we're starting a new series on the book of Isaiah, starting in chapter 6 with his call. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, high and lofty, and the hem of his robe filled the temple. Seraphs were in attendance above him. Each had 6 wings. With 2 they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they flew. And they called one another and said, Holy, holy, holy is Yahweh of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And I said, Woe is me, I am lost, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. Yet my eyes have seen the King, Yahweh of hosts. Then one of the seraphs flew to me, holding a live coal that it had taken from the altar with a pair of tongs. The seraph touched my mouth with it and said, Now that this has touched your lips, your guilt has departed and your sin is blotted out. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, Here I am, send me. So most prophets, we get something called the prophetic call narrative at the beginning of their story. And they usually remind us that no one should actually want to be a prophet. It's a hard job. You have a difficult message that you have to tell to people who usually don't want to hear it and are going to react pretty badly to it. And also you got to work for this guy. Here we see what I think most of us would call scary God. This is Yahweh, the Lord, who is high and lofty and holy and even huge, right? Just the bit of his robe fills the whole temple. And I know I've talked plenty about how our main relationship with God should not be terror. And yet, stories like this remind us that there should be some sense of awe and wonder when we think about being in the presence of God. A natural part of a divine encounter, to realize who God really is to recognize our own imperfection. Now, this can also go too far, and we start to think that we are worthless or just a worm or something, but we don't want to go so far to say, there's nothing wrong with me or my assumptions or my attitudes or my habits. We all have those things, and we should be aware of them. But however we understand them, the point is God heals us. Even if that separation is just in our head. Sometimes what needs to be redeemed or healed is our view of God. But whatever that issue is, God takes care of it. Why? So that we can carry out our call. So, where do you need to be prophetic today? Maybe you need to challenge some injustice that you see in the world. Maybe you need to speak peace and comfort to those who are hurting. That's all part of that job. And so ask, what is getting in the way of me saying, Here I am, send me? Because God has a call for you. Don't be afraid. Go and speak.